Welcome back. Anthony Furey making an announcement about congestion. Everyone's talking about that today. Let's take a listen.
That is not a common sense solution. People on Kingston Road, they know what it's like to sit there waiting even longer to get home to see their families. And there's an entire lane that they could use, but it's currently against the law. I'm not going to proceed with that anymore. Rapid TO is going to be rapidly paused as soon as I become mayor and reevaluate that. Look, am I going to create more bike lanes? I think there's probably some non-major roads where we could do it. So let's make those options available to people. But we're not going to further worsen people's commutes by creating more of these bike lanes. Now, another thing that a lot of people have been talking to me about, as mayor, I will explore the options to take that lane on the DVP that is currently only used by go buses and allow cars to use those lanes, that short part of the DVP where there's a lane for the go buses, but you can't go on it. Because everybody knows what it's like as a driver to sit there and go, well, there's this lane right here. Why can't I use it? Now, there's going to have to be a conversation with the province about the ways to proceed with that, but I'll work with staff to come up with some options for how we can make that more available for drivers. We've got to be all hands on deck when it comes to opportunities to ease congestion. And like I said, to stop making these war on the car decisions where we do find that we're making roads just less amenable for vehicles, adding more bike lanes at inappropriate places, tearing down the Gardiner. My commitment is also to be laser focused on getting the Ontario line built and getting the Eglinton Crosstown built. I have said I'm going to be suing Metrolinx for breach of contract and damages when it comes to the Eglinton Crosstown LRT fiasco. Because the bottom line is you look at this contract and you see that they have failed on so many provisions, and yet City Hall has consistently accepted so many failures and not made noise about it. We got to start standing up and we got to start making noise to fight for the residents of Toronto here. It's just unacceptable what's happened with the Crosstown LRT. And they can, to find that money in the lawsuit, they can claw that back from the contractors. They can figure it out. It's up to the province to manage all of that. Now, also, I hope that the lawsuit that I'm going to have against Metrolinx sets the tone that when it comes to the Ontario line, I'm going to be a strong partner with Premier Ford and Prime Minister Trudeau to get transit built for the City of Toronto, this great economic engine that I know other levels of government want to work with. But the lawsuit says we're not going to accept the same sort of fiasco that happened with the Ontario line with the Crosstown. We've just got to better manage these projects. Now, you can find more about my plan.
All right, that's Anthony Furey talking about eliminating congestion, talking about bike lanes, the Ontario line, the Eglinton Crosstown, his plan to sue Metrolinx about that fiasco, building that LRT across Eglinton.